Welcome, Eagles fans. It's Dallas week. That means it's time to talk to head coach Nick Sirianni, our weekly one-on-one. Presented by Wawa. I'm Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro. And Nick, before we talk about the Cowboys and Sunday night, let's go back to Sunday in Arizona. So interesting. 9 minutes, 43 seconds left in the game, tie game, and you turn to the smash mouth game. As you look back at that drive, what do you take from it? And as you reviewed it, what did you see? What worked?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely what you said. We were able to run the football and really get our run game going. And there was a drive before that we started to establish a run game a little bit in our 13 personnel. And so it kind of set the stage for that. So you just saw, us kind of grind it out with our run game, hit a big play, hit a big pass there to Dallas, and a really big time play. To me, that was the play of the game on the offensive side of the ball, is that 3rd and 12 conversion. But it was just great offensive line play, mixed the running backs a little bit. Miles really did a good job of protecting the football there. And it was just good team football. We felt really good about how we were running the football and just kept going.
You talked from day one about being a physical football team. I mean, in your mind, is there any doubt at all that this is a physical football team? You don't have to remind the guys, hey, let's be physical this week.
Now, that was the theme of the week last week was, hey, just reminding them. It was the reminder of that, how physical we are. And I think that there's no doubt about that this is a physical football team because of the guys that we have on this football team. And, we're in football, right? And no matter what sport, right? No matter what sport you play, a lot of the times it's the most physical team that wins. That's basketball, that's football. Now, it might not be in baseball quite as much, but it's the most physical team that wins, and it's even more so in the sport of football.
Defense, all these new pieces. You've had 5 games to look at a new secondary, new players, a linebacker along the defensive line. What are you seeing 5 games in?
Yeah, I just think they keep getting better every time they step out into that field. They're coming closer together in how they make their calls. We're tackling better each week. We're rushing the passer, a little bit better each week. And it's hard to say that when you had 9 sacks a couple weeks ago, but I just felt, that there was pressure, and the quarterback did a good job of getting out of some of the things there in the game. But it's seeing that we do have playmakers at all levels, and to have those 2 shutdown corners like Slay and James, right? That's big time, because you can't just attack one, right? You got the other one to deal with on the other side. And then, you can see some of the depth that's playing, right? And that's pretty cool, the defensive line depth of how we see that. And then, Avante goes down and Josiah comes in and plays a big role. So I'm really excited where our defense is. Our defense staff's doing a great job, and our defensive players are going out and making plays.
Sunday night, Dallas comes in. They've won 4 straight games without Dak Prescott. I mean, how have they done it?
Yeah, they've played really clean football, in my opinion. I think this is a really good defense we're going up against, and they haven't messed it up. I mean, you see a lot of games are lost more so than they're won at times, right? And you see that Dallas is going out there and they're playing really clean football. That's really a tribute to their coaches and their players that of how they're playing football right now, and they're getting through without one of their best players.
Yeah, it's interesting football. No turnovers on offense, and then defensively, they've been lights out. Micah Parsons leads the way, but I mean, you've dug into them a bit here. There's more to that defense that has not given up more than 19 points in a game than Micah Parsons.
Of course, yeah, they're good all across the defensive line. There's no doubt about it. And when you're an offensive coach, the first thing you look at is, can a defensive lineman ruin the game, and can a corner ruin the game? And they got 90 and 11. They're awesome on the edge. There's no doubt we're going to have to be on our A game. And then they have Diggs over there. He can make things difficult based off of who he is as a player. He's a really good player. This is a talented defense at all levels. And again, like I said, when you're an offensive coach, you look at the rushers that can get home, and you look at the corner that can make it disruptive, and they got those guys.
It's a great matchup. Eagles and the Cowboys Sunday night, a battle for supremacy in the NFC East. That's our one-on-one with head coach Nick Sirianni, presented by Wawa. Thanks for joining. Go Birds, beat the Cowboys on Sunday night.